Hi folks, welcome to Cisco's 2013 Network Architect Geeks Week in San Jose. I'll be recording this video, I am recording this video before the presentation just in case of any difficulties with the Oculus Rift on the overhead projectors. But I have a recorder recording the native laptop's screen and the Oculus Rift screen, so I'll be switching back and forth so you'll still be able to see the full screen of those tech demo pieces. So first of all, in VM Maestro, this is a sneak peek at the next version. It has slightly different look and feel to it, and it's customizable. So you have all the same goodies. You have the problems view that identifies any network configuration issues at the topology definition language level. The node editor that shows you the details of each of the nodes, all that stuff. So let me just move all this stuff out of the way. Make room for the canvas, and I'm going to open up now the 3D canvas topology I've been working on. Our intent is also to make this same topology editor the grand majority of all functionality you see inside of the VM Maestro downloaded client, also available in a web-based editor. So what I'm showing here is a very early draft of what we had in mind, but effectively you can see that it's extremely responsive. There are some glitches in the renderings here, but you can see that as you drag and drop connections, it's not doing round trip notifications back to the server. It's actually all happening on your client. All you need is an HTML5 compliant web browser. You'll see this again in a few minutes inside the Oculus Rift, so that's why I just wanted to show it to you in a browser first. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is the same topology we demoed at Cisco Live 2013 with the addition of this little block called My Avatar. So I'm going to move it down here, and then I'm going to switch into the Oculus Rift. Okay, so alright, so in virtual space, let me zoom into my avatar. So first of all, this is the topology we just looked at inside of VM Maestro. I'm just hovering above the arena to show you an overview of it. Let me zoom into my avatar and show you that I still have the inverse kinematic control points controlled by the Razer, the Hydra Razer's controller, and the head tracking controlled by the Oculus Rift's motion sensors. So let me zoom in right into my avatar. There we go. So before I actually start moving around, I want to point you back to the laptop and show that little avatar icon in the center bottom screen here is representing my avatar's location in the canvas in 3D space. So as I move around, I'm actually going to do it in virtual space, but you'll see it on the 2D screen. I'll hopefully be able to composite those two screens together. So as I'm walking around, you'll also notice that the links that I'm walking over are moving on the 2D canvas to perform route redirection because of the collision detections occurring on my avatar. And I can come up to a physical box and have collision detection set here, which means I can actually walk on top of the icon in the 2D canvas. So if I walk over one of these little guys, my icon will actually just, jump over it. Actually, so you can still see my avatar in the far right hand corner here, and I can move around. And as you can see, it relates to the topology editor. It's going to get confusing because I have to move my head. So as you can see, now that I'm looking down on my entire arena and controlling my avatar, it matches exactly what you're seeing on the screen in the 2D arena, with the 2D topology editor. Let me zoom back in, actually zoom right into the avatar. So the idea here is that when the user interacts with a virtual object in virtual space, these events, hardware affecting events, are represented or communicated directly to the depository, and therefore the model, the back-end simulating these actual NOSs, could take effect on the events that have occurred in the virtual space. For example, if I hit the reset button, I'm not sure where the reset button is on this device, but if I hit the reset button on this router, the simulation for this router would cycle down and back up. And so the LEDs being displayed on here might even be accurately displayed in the game. So you can invoke one of the network architect's preferred diagnostics tools, the rubber mallet, and to attempt to fix the hardware. Okay, that seems to work. So the reason we're doing this is to show that when you actually make physical state changes to the hardware in virtual space, the virtualized NOS of this router will actually react to those physical events. And looking from above, you might even actually see the traffic get redirected if you have some sort of a network analysis tool like Carden Live showing the real-time network analytics of your topology. You might actually see packet traffic get redirected, and so those links, colors or widths or some kind of visual cue could show you that effect as you, in virtual space, unplug and replug Ethernet cables across your network. Okay, so the last thing I will show is that you can actually, if you remember at the beginning of the demo, I was showing you the topology editor inside of a web browser. Well, in this game, you can actually instantiate, so what you're looking at right here is a snapshot of the topology graphics that I captured from the topology editor and pasted into the game. The reason I did that little cheat is because of some of the renderings weren't quite accurate in the topology web editor. But if I show you, I can actually invoke that now. So what you're looking at here is actually the actual web page that I demonstrated on the laptop in-game. So let me zoom back into my avatar, and you can actually interact with these topology visual elements. So let me go over here a little bit, actually zoom into the avatar, and walk around. So these are all interactive. I can actually move these around, and as I move them around, the physical object representing that topology node will move on the 3D space as well. Or I can take a connection like this guy here, if I'm accurate. There we go. Now I can connect this to another device. You can also edit just like you would. This is kind of strange because you see the icon, not the icon, but you see the little you see your avatar walking on the screen here, and it ought to be represented in the 2D canvas as well. So that was it for this tech demo. If you're around on Thursday afternoon, we will have this hardware available for people to walk up and play around with the Oculus Rift and play around with the tech demo and hopefully answer any questions you may have. Thanks for watching. Cheers.